This is the New York Sports Machine on WICR.
And what's up, guys? Welcome to First Touch. Here we are back again with my partner Jacobo Aparicio and myself, Frank DeZenzo. We're here to talk about the Champions League. 4 games in action this past week. We had Paris Saint-Germain go up against Chelsea, a 1-1 result there, evened it out in a tie. We had Schalke go up against Real Madrid taking that one 2-0. And we had Shakhtar going up against Bayern Munich, another 0-0 tie, nothing there to split the two. And lastly, we had Basel against FC Porto, and that finished a 1-1 draw with a clutch penalty at the end for Porto. So going through these results and everything, we're going to check out the top 8 teams that come out of the 16-round knockout stage. So far, some games have been played, as mentioned, and we're going to get into this. So first off, we have Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea. A lot going on in the first game. Jacobo, who do you think is coming out of this one?
Hello, everyone. Well, it was a 1-1 game with Chelsea starting winning in the game with a pretty nice goal, right?
Very nice
you
goal.
saw it, and I don't know. Paris Saint-Germain had more possession of the ball, so they really dominated the game, but not the result, and that's the key point because Chelsea with Mourinho really knows how to deal in this 2 games rounds, and I really think I'm gonna bet for Chelsea because Mourinho's a real good strateg, and I don't know. I know he's gonna pass this round. I know it.
I definitely agree on that one. I also have Chelsea coming out of that matchup. I just feel like they're too powerful, too solid on the bench. Paris Saint-Germain not as doesn't have as much as a variety as Chelsea.
I mean, they both have really strong squads. Like their first 11 players are awesome, but Chelsea maybe has a deeper bench, and also their players. I think their players are better. Paris Saint-Germain may have Ibra as their top player. Even it would be the better player in each squad, but I think Chelsea has a stronger team. It's more unified and also better directed by Mourinho.
Right. Next up, we have Manchester City and Barcelona. Clearly, the favorite here will be Barcelona. I'm personally going to take Barcelona coming out of this one as well. Just too strong, too powerful of an offensive top 3 with Neymar, Messi, and Suarez. If they're clicking on all cylinders, I don't see how Manchester City could really stop them. Jacob, how do you feel
I don't
about
see
that?
it that clear, but I agree with you that Barca is going to win this game. I mean, this 2 games. But I don't see it that clear. I think they're going to suffer a lot because both teams know each other good because they already been facing each other in several quarterfinals and also in the group league and the Champions League in past years. So I think it's going to be a really good and tight game, but I bet for Barca as well, yeah.
Barca. All right, next up we have Leverkusen and Atletico Madrid. Leverkusen, obviously the underdog here. Atletico Madrid's been putting in some really nice goals lately, especially against Real. I'm definitely going to take Atletico Madrid coming out of this one. Leverkusen just doesn't have that spice and power to take over Madrid. What do you think about that?
The only surprise that Atletico could have in this game is thinking what they try to think their rivals. I'm going to explain this. Bayer Leverkusen is not as famous a team as Atletico, but they're third in the German league. They're playing really good, and Atletico is a team that always goes as the humble team, as the victim team. I would say presents itself as a victim team, and in this game they clearly can't do that because they know they're better. So I would like to see how Simeone is gonna face this game, because if any of his players think that they're better than the other team, that's where the Bayern has a really huge chance to win this game. Yeah.
Next up, one of my favorite matchups out of the knockout stage right now. It's Juventus and Borussia Dortmund. Jacobo, what do you think about this one?
Well, Borussia's facing really hard times. Now they're one of the bottom teams of their league. But in the Champions League, they're playing really good. So I really don't know how they're going to appear into this game. But I mean, they're playing against the first team in Italy, right?
Yeah, Juventus.
So I'm gonna go for Juve. It might seem very obvious, like our decisions, because we're always choosing the the favorite one. But I really think Juventus can beat this match.
I mean, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with the Italian faithful Juventus. Borussia Dortmund, as you said, almost at the bottom of the league. In Germany right now, Juventus at top shape. Even though that Champions League play is pretty solid, I just feel like Juventus really will keep the ball rolling and get over the hump here. Next up, we have Schalke and Real Madrid. Already one leg of that one down. 2-0 goes to Real at Schalke's home field. I mean, it's almost obvious here. I think that Real Madrid will take this one, even after their tough times. But Schalke just doesn't have enough firepower for them, I think. So, what do you think about that one, Jacob?
Yeah, this was the clearest match between them, between all the teams we have. It was the clearest one because Schalke has playing several years against Madrid, and they're never even close to what Real Madrid is. Not only because of their players, but also at the playing style and all of that. It's clear that Real Madrid is gonna pass for me.
Biggest underdog here, a lot of people would think, is Shakhtar against Bayern Munich, but also the biggest surprise so far in the competition in the knockout stages. This game was played 2 games ago, and a draw, an even draw between Shakhtar and Munich. Munich not themselves. I saw on the pitch. Watch the game, watch the full game. Just didn't see enough pass around. Obviously, they controlled a lot of possession during the game, but they didn't look like they had their spice or fire on the field like they usually do. What do you think about this one?
Okay, I'm gonna give give it for Shakhtar now. I'm gonna pull the upset. I think Shakhtar is gonna. Because one goal of Shakhtar leaves Bayern with the pressure of having to score 2 goals because they tied 0-0. So I really trust in Shakhtar. I don't know. People think that they're one of those Eastern teams that don't really compete in this high level, like elite levels of competition. But I think Bayern is maybe overconfident.
Right.
And I'm going to pull it for Shakhtar, yeah.
You know what? I want to agree with you, but I do feel as if Bayern does have a lot of firepower on their side.
Yeah,
with all those Germans, the Polish striker, and Lewandowski. He might be a little injured, but he still could put one in now and then. Shakhtar does have a lot of Brazilians on their squad,
Yeah.
a lot of fancy, nice touching guys, but I think Munich is just too strong in this one. Next up, we have Arsenal and AS Monaco. They have yet to play. This one's a pretty tough fixture. I mean, one team in France, one team in England. I'm going to go with Arsenal in this one. Alexis Sanchez is just a dominant player. How do you feel about that?
This one is pretty tight as well, I think. I mean, we haven't seen that much from Monaco, but we have seen even less from Arsenal because it's always the same drill with Arsenal every season. They buy good players. Maybe they have to sell some of their players, but they always sell us the idea that they have this year we really have the good team, the good squad, and every year they start playing pretty good because that's their style. They possess a lot of the ball. They play that attacking style that we like to see, but it's always the same. They play good with a good style, but they don't really compete in this high level competitions, and they always get in the league kind of fourth, third, and in Champions League they usually don't never make it to the semifinals. So I'm gonna say Arsenal, but because they're a more historic team, nothing else.
Right.
And they have Ozil, that's one of my favorite players. So I wish I can see him at least 2 more games in the Champions League.
All right, last up on the list, we have FC Basel and FC Porto. This game was played yesterday. A 1-1 draw, a penalty coming in huge for Porto at almost the end of the game. Take me through it. What do you think is the overall outcome of this fixture?
I'm giving it to a Porto as well because I love this club. They always, I don't know where do they get this huge players that no one knows, but it's every year the same. They get huge players, unknown players that really give results. They really play good. They usually sell them for a lot of millions to those big clubs such as Bayern, Man U, Real Madrid, Barca, etc. And I don't know how they do it. It's obvious that they have the best scouters of, of Europe. But so I really I would really like to see Porto making it not only to the next round, but also kind of pull another upset and make it to a semifinal. It would be awesome.
Lastly, I'm going to have to agree with you on that one as well. Porto, really a favorite team of mine as well. Jackson Martinez, one of those undiscoverable stars.
Absolutely,
that just
yeah.
comes
I
out
don't
of
know where they
nowhere.
get them. Yeah.
Comes
They might
out of
hide them
nowhere.
in a cave or something because I don't know where these guys come from.
Agreed. Well, guys, those are our top 8 coming out of this knockout stage. I hope you guys enjoyed our insight here. Thanks for seeing us on First Touch, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week where we talk about getting into the quarterfinals, semifinals, who our top 5 is going to be, hopefully top 4, and then maybe give you our number 1 champion overall. Thank you guys for listening, and tune in next week when you get a chance.
Goodbye.